Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are doing how to do an oil change on a 2014 Accord. This is a 4-cylinder. I believe this is the K24. This should be pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty quick. So first things first, we have our ramps, our funnels, and our oil pan. New oil filter, gloves, socket, and then we have our mats for our ramps that we're going to put underneath. So we are going to do a quick time lapse of setting this all up. Alright guys, so I have the oil pan set right here. Your oil drain bolt is going to be right here in the middle. So if I can move this over real quick. Right here, that's your oil drain bolt. It's going to be a 17 mil. Now while your car is up on ramps, make sure to be wary, and we are going to take this out slowly and carefully. Looks like it might need a little bit of persuading. I'm gonna grab a rubber mallet. All right guys, we are back with a rubber mallet. I'm gonna try this again. All right, a little bit of precision and it's loose. Apply pressure forward until it starts to drip out, and then be ready to pull out. So there's still threads. All right, good save. All right, now we're just gonna let the oil drain out. All right guys, so since the oil is basically drained out, and it's almost done, we're just gonna shift the oil pan down so we have some coverage in case the oil filter leaks. The oil filter is located right here. Just grab a wrench and the appropriate attachment. In my case, it's going to be 3/8 as well. And then we're just going to take off the oil filter. So that one is too big. This one is also too big. So the oil filter pieces here are a little bit too big. I'm gonna go grab another tool to be used for that. So as you guys see here now, I have this claw thing. I don't know what the actual name for it is, but I'm gonna use this to get my grip on the oil filter, and then we're gonna take off the oil filter. Okay, so it looks pretty loose. Now we can start to take it off by hand. Oh, and there's oil coming out everywhere. I guess at this point also include brake clean on your list of tools for this job, because it is all over the bottom of this thing. All right, guys, so we have our oil filter here and we have our 0W20. We're gonna prime the oil filter. So I took off my old pair of gloves and I used it to seal the old oil filter. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna grab another pair of gloves, we're gonna lube up the O-ring and then prime the oil filter. Priming the oil filter simply means that you're gonna put a little bit of oil in there so that when the oil filter goes in, it's not completely dry. So we poured some oil in, take some of the excess that's dripping off and lubricate the O-ring. The main reason you want to lubricate your O-ring is so that a little less chance of it getting stuck. And then while you're priming your oil filter, you can rotate it around, spin it so that it fills in all of those channels. And if you can see inside, the oil filter is busting out a little bit. Might have put a little bit too much oil in there, but that's okay. That is okay. Since there's a little bit of excess here dripping off on the side, grab a leaf, wipe it down, or paper towel in this case, and then you can go ahead and put that oil filter on there. Okay, so oil filter's on there. It's about half turn past hand tight, which is good enough for me. And the oil is basically done dripping, so we're gonna install the drain bolt back in. So we're gonna hand tight, and then we are going to hand tight, and then we're gonna use our 17 mil to tighten it afterwards. Threading it in. All right, that's good. Oh, that was my elbow. I'm gonna grab our socket, make sure that it's to tighten. Oh, wrong side. Half quarter turn, tight, and you are all good. All right, so we're gonna leave that there just in case any more oil drips out or anywhere. And now we're gonna put our 4 quarts in, or it's 4.4 with the oil filter, but you can always start off with 4, and then you can test drive and refill as necessary. We have our funnel here. We have our 0W20, and you can see in the cap here it says 0W20. So we're gonna fill this till we have about a quart and a half left, and then we'll reevaluate after a quick test drive. Alright guys, so if you can see right there, we are about at, focus. So if you can see right there, we're about a little bit less than a quart and a half right now. So at this point, we're gonna take the car off the ramps, and then we are going to drive it around for a little bit just to cycle the oil through, make sure it gets filled up in all those channels of the engine block, and then we're going to reevaluate and see how much more oil we need to put in. All right, so we just took the car out for a quick test drive. We are going to reevaluate how much oil is in there. So we're going to do that by taking out the dipstick. The dipstick is this orange piece right here towards the front of the motor. So we wiped it off. We're going to reinsert. And it appears that there's no oil in there, which is weird because I just put in 3 quarts. So we're gonna fill it up a little more and we're gonna see what happens. So after another quick test, it's a little bit over the first dot. So I'm just gonna add the last quart and a half that we have of this oil, and everything should be good. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see next. Stay safe. All right, guys, last step once you're done with your oil change is to reset the oil light. So you're gonna turn the car to on, and then you see my oil life is at 10%. Gonna hold down the reset button here until it starts flashing. And then let go, hold it down again, and then it should reset to 100%. There you go. Thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see next.